Well, I always liked singing. Growing up in Brazil, there's always a guitar and you start singing. In a sense, I sang all my life, but without any formal training. Around 16, 17, my father was diagnosed with lymphoma. He survived around 1.5 to 2 years, not long. I think I was very inspired by my father, being a doctor. My main line of work is leukemia research, and more subspecialized in what is called chronic myeloid leukemia. A new drug was developed in which my laboratory in London played a very major role. It was really a drug that made the headlines at the time, but became the model for cancer research. I got an invitation to come to Australia, which sounded very exciting, and that's when I came to Adelaide at the end of 2007 to start a new research group. During the process of my recruitment here, I was introduced to Phil. I mentioned to him that I was about to move to Australia, but I felt very daunted with the transfer of my financial life here. I knew nothing about these processes and I would need some help. Phil was instrumental in advising me to set up for the future. I chose to have this career and I enjoyed what I did. Having said that, the medical career is very hard. I never had time for much of a personal life. I was in fact working too hard. I realized that before I started losing the joy of doing science for itself, I should contemplate getting out of that type of work. I mentioned that to Phil in one of our meetings, and he said to me that from the financial perspective, I didn't need to worry if I wanted to take early retirement. Having that peace of mind changed completely my outlook on the future because I knew I could venture into new avenues in my life.
When you come across someone like Junia, you're able to exercise your professional wisdom to make a real difference for people. We've been able to exercise the ultimate in tax planning so that she's found herself into a very secure financial position. Being able to satisfy her that from a financial perspective she was going to be okay, I think gave her a lot of encouragement to then take the step.
My relationship with Phil is very special because in addition to his great knowledge of financial services, he is someone I really can trust, and that makes a lot of difference for me.
I've been trying to find my idea of financial freedom along the way as well. Sharing those stories with your clients, they believe in the journey, and being able to do that in my own life brings a lot of empathy to their journey as well. One of the joys of being a financial planner is to be staying relevant and meaningful to people over a 30-year time span. When you see them moving into their own retirement and enjoying themselves, it's a very meaningful outcome for me.
My main passion now is music. I sing with 2 choirs, and that's really the joy of my life. My idea of financial freedom is time. I can have more of a social life. I can travel now. My latest travel was to London. I participated in a choral summer school. We sang at Coventry Cathedral, and it was an awesome experience. I feel I am at a very special time of my life because I have everything I want. I have the time, I have my finances in place, and I feel very energetic to do them all. And that's very precious.